You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
May 24th, 2018. It is another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the AngryMarks Podcast Network. I am Seth Draken, who is drinking tonight, and I've got the Holy Raids and my Jeff Hardy. Wasted freaking GWN second. Mike Poland. Fuck. I was not happy with this week's show.
It had a couple of good matches.
I always thought all of them were meh or fine, and
we're getting to the end of this run of tapings here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we are. The next week's show's, I think, the last.
No, there's two more.
Oh.
They taped until June 14th, because I looked tonight.
Oh, dear God. If anything is like this week's show, they don't have enough material to last 2 more weeks. Jesus Christ. So, news. There's a bit of news. Rich Swann is supposed to be coming to Impact.
Oh, didn't we talk about this last week?
Did we? I don't remember, but yeah.
Yes, I think we did.
Enzo is supposedly maybe coming in. Don Cal said he would, he never said never.
Enzo.
Fucking Enzo. Jeff Jarrett! Jeffy boy has
Slap up himself.
No, Jeffy, good old Jeffy boy has worked with Fight TV to bring back some more global wrestling, Global Force content.
Old Double J here with Fight TV.
Yes, more Global Force shit.
Wonderful.
With Fight TV, not the fight with Fight TV, not the Fight Network.
Oh, so it's
yeah,
on the app.
It's
Wonderful.
on a different app. It's Fight TV app. Because that's always a great idea. Jeff's still selling his Global Force Gold, apparently. I guess
because it worked out so well the first time.
I know. And you heard it here first. Impact Wrestling is issuing an open challenge to any UK wrestling promotion to face them in an interpromotional series at the Wrestling MediaCon 2018.
Goody.
Yeah, goody.
Slammiversary tickets go on sale next week.
Oh, yeah, that show. Next week. Boy. This was not a good show. You liked it more than I did.
There was a couple of good matches.
I was pissed. I was not happy. So, they showed us last week's show. And Don Callis is back on commentary. We'll get more on him later.
And our first match.
OVE was Sami Callihan versus Drago and Aerostar. This was a fine match for what it was, but we can't have good things because Eddie Edwards has we got to break and show Eddie Edwards arriving to the fucking building with his wife.
In tow, saying, Eddie, it's over.
It's over. It's over. And he's like, no, it isn't. It isn't over.
Won a street fight.
So Eddie Edwards shows up immediately, rather quickly, from where he was at the parking lot to come into the ring. So he must have had a moped or something that got him quickly to there. And he attacked the Chris brothers for the DQ. So yeah, Eddie Edwards allowed OVE to win. And then Eddie Edwards started choking Sami Callihan with the kendo stick.
My God, he snapped.
He snapped. And then security comes in to stop him. And then after a few minutes, he decides, I'm going to beat the fuck out of security.
Which should get him suspended.
Not get fucking arrested.
But you know.
Yeah, after that, Alicia's still yelling at Edwards in the back, and he keeps saying, I am nothing like... I am nothing like it, Sami Callihan. You're like Sami Callihan. I am nothing like Sami Callihan. I want him with no ropes, no ref, in the woods. In the middle of the woods.
A Blair Witch match.
A Blair Witch match. If the same fucking camera, yeah, and both of them end up going away. That's the only way. This can end well. And we're not getting that, sadly. I hate to spoil this. So, Callis says it reminds him of Tommy Dreamer versus Raven.
Maybe Raven versus Sandman.
No, Tom, how bad this feud is. It's gone. And then it's time for the Cult of Lee to take on LAX.
And we see LAX's struggle from the last few shows.
Yep. And somebody, I forget who, compared Z and E, who are not in this match, winning the World Tag Team titles to the Vegas Golden Knights.
It was countless.
Yeah, the Vegas Golden Knights, who are in the Stanley Cup for the Stanley Cup title. Here's a few things. The Knights went through several teams to get to that finals. Z&E went through fucking two.
Mm-hmm.
LAX and the Big Bad Daddies. That was it.
The Big Bad Booty Daddy.
Match, they got a tag title match, and they won the tag titles.
Yay, because wrestling.
This match between LAX and the Cult of Elite was not good. And a weirdly done reversal into a stunner spot. I think it was Trevor Lee who was taking the stunner, did not go all the way down. So it looked weird. And Cult of Lee wins because Ortiz gets pulled out by Trevor Lee, and Caleb Conley rolls up Santana with his hands on the tights for the win. Yeah, the losing series continues. Yes. Then we get a Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Cad interview. Because tonight's main event is Congo Cad versus Moose. Because of fucking course it is.
We're building up Moose, everybody.
And he said they went after Grado last week because he accused them of doing shit without any proof. We may have done it, we may not have.
What was he accused of doing again?
Attacking Joseph Park.
Oh.
So he wants to see Moose get broken into a million pieces, and he gets what he wants because he's a princess. So, more KM and Fallah Bahh. This was not as good a segment as the first two. KM sees Grado and says, hey, if Grado can get a girl like that, Fallah Bahh, you can get a girl like that easily. And we find out Katrina may be a freaking chubby chaser. She kind of says that. And he's like, what? Grado's like, what? Oh, I mean, you're fat. I like your weight and stuff. And he's like, oh. So yes, Katrina has gone from Winter the traveling vampire witch to a chubby Katrina the chubby chaser, the new fat wrestler thriller.
We can't give her a good storyline, can we?
No, we cannot.
And then in WWE, wasn't she like attracted to her brother?
Oh yeah, there was supposedly that, but never really
happened.
Never really went full on to say that. It was kind of implied, and that was the plan. But they never went anywhere really with it.
She just can't get good storylines, can she?
Yeah, she was his sister. They supposedly were kind of attracted to each other. They were teasing that, but I guess somebody in the back told him, "Why the fuck are you doing this?" So they stopped, and it killed those two. GWN moment of the week. An entire fucking promo of Bully Ray and Jeff Hardy.
We didn't book enough stuff for the show.
We should talk. Brooke Hogan's in the background. Talk. Hulk Hogan comes out. Talk. Aces and Eights come out, and this ends shit. Because Aces and Eights start attacking, and everything ends in a fucking fight. We could have had another match where we waste time on this shit. They wasted way too many fucking times. So meanwhile, we go next to Madison Rayne, who says, I'm supposed to be just a commentator, but I just can't stand bullies. And Blanchard gets in her face over last week. What are you're going to your place of work, or you're a stay-at-home mom and stuff, and you should stay there.
Wow.
It just did not get was not a good Tessa and Madison. By the way, they're fighting next week.
For some reason.
So they showed the Zema Ion promo that basically started off this freaking show as the replay of last week of, they won. So that sets up C&E backstage promo. It's real for them that they won, and then Scott Steiner shows up. Scott Steiner and Eli Drake shows up. You only won those belts because we slipped on a banana peel.
Mm-hmm.
He legit said that. People, they legit admitted, we slipped on a banana peel. And then after Drake was trying to calm down, and he's like, you got in my way. I'm like, you hit me with a fucking chair! So, yeah, they basically just broke it up. Z&E left while they were having their fucking issues. So, yeah, that's over. X Division title match, Matt Sydal versus Chocolate.
Matt Sydal?
What? I said Matt
Sydal?
No, I said Matt Sydal.
I just said Matt.
No, Matt Sydal. And then we get back to Don Callis, who we're supposed to have sympathy for after the attack. So then he starts going heel and talking about these fans like that guy with the freaking mask. And then Josh's like, hey, the guy next to him bought hundreds of dollars for that coat at our Shop TNA site. I didn't know TNA was that desperate that they're now inflating their fucking prices to hundreds of dollars for a jacket.
Hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars. Fuck.
Now we just need somebody to fall out of the ring mat.
Matt Sydal won with his new finisher. By the way, they still don't have a fucking name for that move.
What is it?
I think it's a pump handle into what looks like a reverse pile driver kind of thing.
The Here It Is driver.
The Here It Is driver. Here it is! It has no name!
That's what I think he used to call it.
Oh, what? He used to call it that?
Yes.
Oh. But the commentators just say he's been using this move the last few weeks, and that's it. It has no name.
It's the mystery move.
The mystery move. And then we get an LAX clubhouse segment.
Hey,
Santana
Eddie Kingston.
are losing their shit. And hey, Eddie Kingston's back. Hey, welcome back. You're third in command of LAX behind Conan and Homicide, apparently.
And Eddie Kingston's promos usually are good. Here, didn't have any fire.
Yeah, dude, I'm part of the New York network of this crew, and you guys got to start winning matches again.
Well, that was a great pep talk.
Yeah, you guys got to start winning matches again. Yeah, I'm here. Conan's fine. Homicide, he's with Homicide right now. So, then a video package to sell next week's main event of Pentagon Jr. defending the world title against Austin Aries. And then, by the way, these speaking of which, they show they show the tapings and all the champions that are with the company, except Steiner and Drake still have the tag titles in their fucking promos things.
Whoopsie.
God.
Video editing.
So, Impact doesn't know who this tic-tac-toe attacker is.
Tic-tac-toe. 2 in a row.
Yeah, the freaking X-Men, whatever. Because that's what it does look like. It does look like they ripped off an X-Men logo.
Well, there's another lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. And Josh wants royalty.
Nope. None for you, Josh.
Josh, you aren't fucking royalty. You aren't even worthy of giving the Queen a sponge bath.
He's not sponge-worthy.
Yeah. So, time for Desmond Xavier versus Petey Williams. And this is a match because the winner takes on Brian Cage next week. What kind of prize?
The winner gets to lose to Brian Cage
next week for an X Division title shot.
Yay. Logic, everybody.
Yes. So they got to fight Brian Cage next week.
Why would you want to win when you've seen what Brian Cage has done to everybody else around the world the last month?
I don't fucking know. And speaking of, it was fine, but I couldn't help with commentary. Josh is like, oh, it hits him with that Hurricanrana. I'm like, that's a power bomb. How do you miss that?
The power bomb the Rana into the power bomb.
Yeah, it wasn't a Rana. There's no Rana. He was trying for Rana, but it hits a power bomb. There's no Hurricanrana. He's tried
for the Canadian Destroyer. Oh, no, he's not.
Nope, and Xavier hits him with that Pele kick, whatever. His special Pele kick. And Desmond Xavier wins. So next week, he takes on Brian Cage.
Goody. Brian Cage actually has a match on Impact and not somewhere else.
Meanwhile, Allie is still at that fucking mirror. And she now has Rosemary face paint on, and she has let the darkness consume her, apparently.
And next week, it'll be a casket match.
Or a last rites match.
Fire Russo. Oh, wait, he does not work there.
Wait, as in, yes, the last rites match, the last time this happened, because we've had casket matches before, but the last rites match was in Destination X 2007, Sting and Abyss. And the crowd for that shit. Why would you bring that name up? Why would you say last rites? Oh, it's a last rites match. I know you're maybe trying to say, oh, it's a casket match, but you said last rites. You dumb shit.
The loser gets put in the coffin.
Yeah. Loser gets put in the coffin. No, hopefully no raising up that coffin for some fucking reason.
Nope, they'll do that.
Yeah. And now time for our main event of Moose versus Congo Cat.
Oof.
No Jimmy Jacobs.
We know why.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. This match was dullish dishwater. This was
and Moose wins.
Yeah, Moose wins, and you can hear one fan fucking screaming out there like Melina did back in the day. And I was like, oh, dear God! Stop!
Don't do that. Oh, speaking of that, Johnny Impact's going to be on Survivor.
Oh, so that's why Moose took him out.
Congo Kong.
Oh, yeah, Congo Cat took him out, yeah. So Moose wins with a fucking spear.
And because they're building him up to be a future contender for Aries, or whoever wins the title.
And they're about to say goodbye, and then the tic-tac-toe attacker is coming with the X. And then we see Jimmy Jacobs in the back, laid out or sleeping, as some people like to say. He was fucking sleeping on the floor. And that was the end of the show. Who did it? Who did it? And the show's over. I got to give this show an F. I'm sorry. This was bad. I know you thought it was okay. It was bad.
I'd give it a D. You had a couple of good matches in there, but yeah, it's not a lot of...
Oh, dear God.
The main event's terrible.
You had a long-ass GWN moment. Why
don't you tape more stuff or not tape 7 weeks of TV in advance?
I know.
That way you can actually splice this up fairly.
It's not even like they had some issues that they had to cut some shit like they've had the last few times, like the El Patron or freaking Hernandez. They don't have that issue with this. They just didn't fucking care.
Look, we know we don't have anything right now. Let's just play this 10-minute segment.
Yeah, this 10-minute segment. We could have a fucking match in this long-ass segment. This was bad.
We could have continued the Brian Cage's beating everybody up everywhere around the world thing.
Yeah, where in the world is Brian Cage? But where in the world is Brian Cage this week? We don't know. We don't have no acapella, so where in the world is Brian Cage?
He's in Mongolia.
He'll be back on Impact next week.
But where is he this week? Is he resting?
Is he taking a nap like Jimmy Jacobs was? Oh dear
Maybe
God!
He's the tic-tac-toe guy.
Maybe he's the tic-tac-toe attacker, which kind of makes no fucking sense since he would be at.
Well, I mean, they could set up for him in Congo Kong at some point.
I know, but seriously, it would not make any fucking sense if it turned out he was the X guy, because while some of these segments he's supposedly somewhere else fighting.
Impact Wrestling, everybody, where nothing makes sense.
Impact, where you could fly from fucking Japan back to Florida in less than an hour.
Well, wait, when are some of these, where in the world is Brian Cage matches actually taking place? Are they taking place, like, after the tapings?
Well, I think the last one, he was in Japan. Yeah, they were taking place after the tapings, but it's supposed to be considered live, even though it's fucking not, and everyone fucking knows it. But yeah,
let's try to add some logic to a product that has none.
Yes, this is a land of fucking confusion and shit. God damn, this is bad. I'm sorry. I know you want to give this a bet. This was not a good show. This was horseshit.
Well, hopefully it's better next week.
Yeah, hopefully it's better next week, because they better be, since they're fucking promoting that show. And we gotta use our fucking Queen and David Bowie references then.
Yeah. We're under pressure.
Yeah, they're under... this week, Ice. This show was Ice, Baby.
And on that note, do you have anything to sell?
I have nothing to sell. Do you?
Neither do I.
In that case, Miley, we are heading to bed.
Good night, everybody.